out here another day in, day out. Prophesied downfall of America, which is modern day Babylon, modern day spiritual Egypt, Sodom, modern day Rome, last leg, and uprising of Israel, so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans, contrary to popular belief, So we're at the end times. We're coming out here to prophesy with a message that the Most High has sent us to do. So we're here. So we're going to give all praises to Yahweh.
Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakwadash.
Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahushua, double honor to the apostle, elder, bishop, great minister. My salutation to the brothers, teach the word for the whole world. Short in time for the elect's sake. The elect work is being done with the tri spirits. Hope for extended elect men, women, and children returning back to the Most High. Shalom. This lesson is going to be, you can feel it in the air. That means things are happening, prophecies are going on. The war's been pretty much started. The World War III. And these are, I guess, we're the prophets of doom because we're speaking about doom times. So get everything got a season. Praise Yahweh. Ecclesiastes 3.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 1. Or Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Time to, and it's going to list these times, man. And it's Esau's time to go down. Israel's time to come in, get back to the Most High, and go up. That's what time we're living in. Go ahead.
A time to be born, and a time to die.
Yep, go ahead.
A time to plant, and a time to pluck up which is planted.
We're plucking up Esau's kingdom, man, through this word. And Most High is going to plant Jacob, and he's going to be that fervent plant, that tree. Go ahead.
A time to kill, and a time to heal.
Hey, in a time of Jacob's trouble, it goes down. You might have to do what you have to do, man. We told you the events and all those things that unfold during this time. Where they got war and they got almost civil unrest in California, and those, even our people, Latinos, are feeling the heat. So-called Mexicans are feeling the heat. The deportation. So the tribes are being affected overall, and the whole world is being affected by what's going on. The Edomites will make a video saying they feel it. They can't pay their rent. Even in New York, people are moving out of there because the rent is so high. Go ahead.
A time to break down.
Time to break down.
And a time to build up.
Yep. So Most High is breaking this kingdom down. He's building our kingdom up. But they're a spiritual house for right now, but it's going to be manifest pretty soon. Go ahead.
Verse 4, a time to weep and a time to laugh.
Yeah, it's a time of weeping. It says, rather go to the house of mourning than the house of mourning. These people that once were happy, they're not happy because they're seeing the effects of this, what the government is doing. And they're finding out that this government is being ran by an elite system that's trying to get rid of people. Project Guido, Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion, like many other resources that confirm that they want to get rid of the population. Yeah, they got an even movie called Downside, where the people are turned small, but nobody can really do that. So do they really need it? And they got a movie called Thinner, which they thinning the population. They got another movie called What Happened Monday, where you can't have more than one child in your household. It's another movie called Children of Men, where no baby is supposed to be born after this generation. Another movie, Fifth Wave, where you're supposed to forget all your past life and all your memories, and they start a new generation. So that's what they're trying to do with this new world order. Go ahead.
A time to mourn and a time to dance.
And it's a time to mourn. It says go to the house of mourning and the house of mirth. This is a time of mourning. We're not all butthurt and sad, like, you know, but we know these are sorrowful times. You know, we see our people suffer. We kind of vexed by that, you know. We know they the 2/3 or something, but we still vexed by that. That's the devil, you know. We want to see our people happy, especially if it comes to, you know, children. But, you know, we know the devil's plot and his plan. Go ahead.
Verse 5, a time to cast away stones.
Cast away stones, go ahead.
And a time to gather stones together.
Most High, where his lively stones. He's gathering his lively stones together. You know, and making a house out of it. A palace. And pretty soon that's going to be manifest as the kingdom of heaven. Lord will. We're part of that number. Lord will. We'll, you know, when that song, when the saints come marching in, man. That's a popular song. Everybody want to, hopefully I'll be a part of that number. That's what the song says. Everybody want to be a part of the 144, but everybody's acting like now it you know, in a certain way that, you know, it doesn't even exist, or the Most High doesn't even exist. So these prophecies don't exist. You know? Go ahead.
And a time to embrace.
Time to embrace. Go ahead.
And a time to refrain from embracing.
Yeah, and we are refraining from embracing in this world. Man. That's right. You know, we're separating. That's what holy means. People don't even know. Christians don't even know what that name, what that word means. It don't mean like they get baptized and think they're gonna be glowing and shit and perfect. We're not perfect until we get the bodies. We're rehearsing the righteous act. So. Go ahead.
A time to get and a time to lose.
Time to lose. And for them, it's a time to lose. It's a time to get right with the Most High. Get right or get left. Yeah? Get your brother out of the fire that's coming. Of the elect. Go ahead.
A time to keep and a time to cast away.
Yeah? Cast away all those imaginations that you once had. Cast away all that knowledge that you learned in the world that was corrupting your mind from the spirit of the Most High. You know, corrupting all the evilness and teaching our children to come back. Because they could call this a false doctrine, but they don't want to talk about the prophecies and the righteousness that we're returning back to. If this was evil work, then, you know, we wouldn't even be getting right and casting off that darkness, casting off that old man, which had us in trouble with the Lord. And that's what they want. They want us to be in trouble. You know, they continue to make money and to keep Israel from prospering with the Most High.
A time to rend and a time to sow.
Time to sow. Go ahead.
A time to keep silence. And a time to speak.
It's a time to speak. And it's a time for everybody else to keep silent. It says, keep your foot in your mouth when you come before the feet of the Lord. You know, it's time for our women to be silent and shut up. You know? But, you know, the platform allows our people to have a voice, and everybody got an opinion. The scriptures are not about an opinion. It's about what the Most High said. That's it. Your father, when you grew up under your father, everything you learned from your father was an opinion. You did what your father said, or get your ass whipped. You didn't have an opinion. But what about this, Father? That's to learn, not to ask questions and have an opinion to rebuttal against your father. Same thing with the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 8, a time to love.
Wait, hold on, it's coming. Time to love, because we this world been filled with love. Love everywhere. Love everybody. God so loved the world. I love my neighbor. What about this? Go ahead.
And a time to hate.
And it's a time to hate. This is the time to hate this system, the so-called white man, his ways. You know? Time to hate our people for doing wickedness and promoting wickedness. You know? Go ahead.
A time of war.
Oh, this is the time of war. The Third World War. It's time of war. We're the Most High soldiers too. We're at war too, with our own minds and war. You know, we've learned with the scripture. This word is considered as a sword. That's why it says endure hardness as a good soldier. These Christians don't even know that they in the army. You know, what did it say? Stand up on your watch. That's a soldier. You know. Go ahead.
And a time of peace.
The time of peace. So that time of peace will come when it's supposed to. Most High made everything in its perfect time. Oh, get that scripture. He made everything beautiful in its time. So you can't say, oh, this is not supposed to be happening. Oh, why would the Lord do this? It's purpose. We just read about it. He got purpose with this.
Right now, we, like Quan saying, we in a time of war, man. We're seeing everything that's going on with the riots over here, like he was saying. Then we got Iran, Israel fighting. And, you know, Small has basically, you know, they've been trying to keep it under wraps that America's been helping them. But it's obvious, you know. And now they put it on mainstream news that they are. They claim that they not on one side. Then they had Tucker Carlson and another guy speaking about it. And he was claiming they were. You know? So this is all reality, man.
Yeah, it's all divided. Nobody can trust nobody. You know? And the BRICS, the reason why because it's prophesied. And you know, but their correlation that they have with one another is based on economic gain. It's not based on really being friends and shit like that. So, you know, Most High gonna divide them eventually too. But he's gonna use them for his purpose also. You know,
he just starting at the least.
Yeah, because you know, everything you can't have two kingdoms, man. It can't be two kingdoms. It can't be you know, everybody shooting for the superpower spot. So, you know, you don't think China want to be superpower? You don't think little Iran and Korea want to be superpowers? You know? So they go by their nation. That's why we have such thing as nationality. You know? And that's what we want to do for Israel. When we love our own people, you know, starting with the elect, then it's a problem. We can't be a nation. You know what I'm saying? According to them, you know, we just got to be niggas and slaves and pay your taxes and all that.
When it's true, it's brotherly love, it's unity. You know, and what we're seeing right now is a lot of hate, man. Especially with Esau eating his own people, man. They got all these protests talking about they don't want a king and whatnot because these people is, you know, they the baby of Great Britain. You know, they try to branch off from that to come over here to do their own kind of system. But now they hate their own system, man. Yeah. But the system of Yahweh Shem outside, this brotherhood, this is what keeps us together as Israelites, man, as people of the Lord, man.
Keep us in order, focus, and discipline.
And you know what? That proved that
Shalom to the brothers, few sisters on coming board. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shai Bash Bakakadash Bakatham. Shalom.
you know, we like you said, they well, as seen, you know, they say they protested they protested that they don't want a king.
Yeah.
So hey, they go back to ancient Rome.
Yep.
You know, they did the same thing.
Yep.
Hey, what like scripture say, what no new thing under the sun.
Yep.
Thing that has been, it shall be.
Yep.
You know, they did that same thing. You know, when you go and look up at those historical accounts, they did the same thing.
Yep.
You know, this is
and with that, America wasn't established on the mind of kingdom, you know, mentality. You know, they came over here and slaughtered the so-called Native Americans. This was already on land, and King Solomon already been coming over here. So this is already taking property. So you when you go to war and you fight and you have those revolutionary wars and all that, it's hard to establish yourself as a king. You know what I'm saying? But when you finally get power to become a king status, it really don't matter, because you know they do it by campaigns and all that, and other type of levels of power with their military might and all that. So, but Trump is sitting in that seat as a king of Babylon. You know? Go ahead.
So Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 11. He had made everything beautiful in his sight, in his time. Let's like read that again. He had made everything.
What did it say before that? So, what did it say the scripture before that?
Okay, this is verse 10. I have seen the travail which the Heavenly Father hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. He said he had made everything.
That's what we are. We're exercising travail. You know, and what did it say? Like a travailing woman, Yahweh, if I'm not mistaken, Yahweh Shai shall shout in the heavens as a travailing woman. And you know, when a woman feels in birth pains, that's just like what's going on today. The birth effects of the birth pain. So that means, what did that mean? Something about to break forth. War is about to break forth. You know, civil unrest is about to break forth. Jacob's trouble is about to break forth, and also our deliverance is about to break forth. What did it say? We shall be delivered out of here with chariots as birds flying. Most High would deliver Zion. So deliverance is coming. Go ahead. It ain't talking about no deliverance like catching the Holy Ghost in church. What is that? Go ahead.
I have seen the travail
Go ahead.
which the Heavenly Father had given to the sons of man to be exercised in. When that's heavy to point, because they prove that he makes something strong, but that's a good heavy precept right there. He said he had made everything beautiful in his time.
Yeah, you got to go through the process of his building up his church, even through, like it says in the Apocrypha, a woman can't have a child he can't have her children all at once. You got to go through a process of you know, that's what they call it. When she first gets pregnant, she starts vomiting and all that. She got pregnancy sickness, I think they call it. Yeah. And then, you know, and then like 3 or 4 trimester, and you know, and she gets, and the bigger she gets, the more she needs help, and you know, her back start hurting, and people have to assist her and all that. But when she has that baby, it's joy. It says that even in the scriptures, when a woman have to, when she finally have a child, she can get her pain. That's why they want to have more children. You have women that like got 5 or 6, 7 children. The other probably not kids now. Yeah, you know? So they can't talk about, you know, the 2/3 side of the game. They can't talk about how much it hurts and I carried you 9 months. Well, if it was that bad, you wouldn't want to have another one and another one and another one. Like the brother's been saying, we're gonna have plenty of women and children. They all gonna be pregnant, you know, and having babies after babies after babies. We're gonna replenish the earth. That's what the Most High said. Replenish the earth. Go ahead.
He had made everything beautiful in his time.
So it's gonna come. This is a beautiful time of war in this time to come. This war was prophesied. These things forbidden were prophesied. Now we see what the Most High else is going to do concerning this war, how it's going to go about. We're all here for the messages of it, pretty much, you know? We're not bothered by this war coming up. We're not bothered by the message that's coming up. You know? Go ahead.
It says, also he had set the world in their heart.
He has set the world in their minds, man. That lets you know the Most High controls everything. He controls the thoughts of these presidents. He controls the thoughts of these 2/3. If he don't want them in his ministry, he'll keep them out. Go ahead.
He also has set the world in their heart, so that no man find out the work.
No man. You know, you give us a guideline, and you give us prophecies and mysteries. Well, we're watching and stuff and seeing how the Most High move also with its angels, and how the men move up on the earth. You know, it said we're gonna hear rumors of wars and rumors of war. So somebody might shoot a stage of war or whatever, and you be thinking like, it's the end. Right now, it's the end. And, you know, we'll have another a year or so. You know, whatever it may be. But you got to keep watch, because it said in the scriptures, measure the time diligently. You know.
Hey, Yahweh Shah said in the Matthew 24 chapter, he said, all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yeah, and it's been war after war. You know, you got over there Ukraine, now we got Iran, and Israel. And that's showing you that World War III is brewing up. Because now Russia, since they're aiding Iran, and so is China, because they all in the BRICS, then they all aiding Russia over there in Ukraine. America's aiding Israel. That's a world war. That's everybody being involved. That's being involved. So
you mentioned the less name filling in the air. Everybody talking about how fast time going by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the people are feeling the effects of these Edomites. They like, I prosper. I'm working at this job. I see what the Negroes are talking about. You know what I'm saying? They starting to feel stuff we've been feeling all our lives. Like the house being taken from them. They're affected by it. You got some of these Edomites are married to so-called illegal immigrant, and her family is doing, vice versa. Even some of these the West Africans that are married to Edomite women over here and have families with them, and they're torn apart if they're deported. So these Edomites are affected too. In a lot of ways, their businesses are affected. With the economy, how the economy is now. Go ahead.
Also, he has set the world in their heart, said that so that no man can find out the work that the Most High maketh from the beginning to the end.
Yep, from the beginning to the end, you can't find out. You know, these so-called white men talking about Big Bang Theory. How dare we talk about the Big Bang Theory? You can't find out the Most High. He says he don't have a beginning or an end. You know, he's forever. He's eternal. You know. But everything with us, it says everything has a beginning, everything has an end, and the end is manifest. It's not the end of all men, it's the end of the so-called white man's world. That's the beginning. It says in the scriptures, Jacob is Esau is the end of the world, plainly, but they took that out. It's a lot about Esau and Jacob in the Apocrypha. They let you know they trying to hide something. You know? And then they say the Old Testament doesn't matter because the story of Esau and Jacob is in there, which is two of the most important people of this story. No matter how much the other nations are above us in this economic power system, doesn't have anything to do with spirituality. Most High set it up in their spirit to be who they are, who we are, and to prophesy about those things. So now we'll prophesy about China. We'll prophesy about Elam, East Indians, prophesy about all them nations, which is Most High counted as nothing, small dust of the balance, as spittle. So who's ruling the world, so-called white man? Next up, we are. It ain't going to no other nation. You know? Because they think we're not a nation. They talking about the United States of America and one nation, one under God. We're not part of this American system. We're not part of American Vespucci. We're not part of Leo Scipio Africanus. You know, the establishment of the colonies, the Britain colonies. They didn't include us in the British mandate and let us go into Israel, even though a lot of our people are still there because that was our land before it was theirs. But now, you know, they have taken over. It says a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. They bastards over there, you know, in our land. So Most High is angry at that. What does it say? One of the laws is don't move another man's land for him. They had the land rush and the gold rush and all that. So they gonna pay for that. Along with everything else they're doing and have done. Go ahead.
They said, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yeah, the people are not rejoicing, man. You know, they're crying out. They're making videos about being scared about this war, being scared about being deported, being scared. There's people from now. Hey, if you have a England person from England over here, they should be deported, you know, because they're not from America. But they might pass them because they're so-called white people. You know, their aim is really at our people. You know, Hispanics, Latinos, and even Judah, and you know, and West Indians and all that, Haitians and all that. You know, so this is a very corrupt system, and it's a very foul system, foul men in power seat. That's why it says in the scriptures, hide me from the wicked. You know, who shall hide me in woe unto me? Who shall? I don't want to put you. We'll get it. Go ahead. That's one of them. Yeah. In that day, which shall hide me in the grave, that thy wrath is past. That's another one, but that's secret. Secret one that you know it's a secret society, but they go by different names, but some of the Skull and Bones. You had the secret society of men that came over here during World War II, right after World War II, which was those 1,600 Germans. You know, Operation Paperclip. That was for purpose. Those Germans are the demon knights in the Bible. So they make these bombs and they make these chemical warfare weapons put on the masses. That's what what they call it, that Spanish flu. They took out millions and millions of people, man. The Black Plague took out millions and millions of people. But this is the Most High allowing those things to come about. Just like he put the plagues on Egypt. This is spiritual Egypt. The plagues are coming back. Go ahead. So this is a beautiful thing in this time. The Most High is reaping revenge on these people, man. Go ahead.
But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn.
Yeah, the people are in the mourning states, you know, because the wicked are ruling. You know, so that's why they're popping up. What do you think the Most High may allow this TikTok videos to be made, YouTube videos? Now, when it's YouTube, they're gonna talk about stuff they're going through personally. They didn't have dreams of the end of the world. They didn't have anybody affected by the economy. They'll make a video about it, and they put it on TikTok, YouTube, Odyssey, wherever they can to express themselves. But they hurt and they in pain, so to speak. So yeah, it's all coming together. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is Job chapter 14, verse 13. And it reads, "Oh, that thou wouldest hide me in the grave."
So, hey, that lets you know, man. You know, great. Some people rather be dead than see what is coming in this, what is coming in this world. You know, there's people, it's so-called white families, Edomites, you know, they killing themselves, they whole family in themselves. Family suicide, because they know, like, damn, they didn't, their account didn't got frozen, lost their money, their wife didn't cheated on them, they lost their job, they found out they were Edomite, so
They know their sins is going to be a witness against them. Like we were just reading about them 796 babies they found buried all in the mass grave, man, under that Roman Catholic little group or whatever they was in. They gonna have to be held accountable for that stuff. They said it was about 100 years ago, but the people that were there, more than likely they back here today. You're ready to pay for what they did last time.
like you said,
They did a lot of wicked stuff.
like you said, the entertainment thing that's coming, they got a lot of entertainment going on because they know they're about to do a lot of shit, and they making people forget about. Nobody's really talking about organs and harvesting. No, they're not really. They're not talking about human trafficking. They talk about, it's a lot of entertainment, but they talk about this war. But there's a lot of other stuff going on too. Yep. Yeah. Can't forget about that. They still in secrecy doing what they are doing. To Most High is gonna find them out, man. Go ahead.
So, oh that thou wouldest hide me in the grave.
Grave, go ahead.
That thou wouldest keep me secret.
Keep me secret in his chambers, man. Like the grave is like into a chamber, man. Because even when you die, your spirit goes up and you with the Lord until he brings you back. The chariot is a chamber to protect us from the danger that's coming about out of this world. What did it say in the scriptures? Man's heart fell in the fear of what's coming up on the earth. It didn't say your neighborhood. It didn't say your block. It says the earth. All the earth is going to be affected by this last war and things that's going to be unfolding into, Go ahead.
Until thy wrath be past.
Until thy wrath be past, man. What did it say in the scriptures? Is the Most High mad at the trees? People are affected when they see their loved ones or even children being taken, being destroyed by, bombs, by chemical warfare.
It shows you the Lord has no respect for persons. So that's to give you more fear of the Lord. It don't matter who you are. It said even the child is known in their ways.
So even grown men are going to be heart be telling them of what's coming up on the earth. You ain't seen nothing yet. But a lot of Americans are not really, they're not prone to war.
And they be saying to us at work whenever we get real busy, they'll be like, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Nah, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till shit start blowing the fuck up in this motherfucker, man. This ain't no damn game, man.
You wake up to rubble, man. After your whole country, man.
If you wake the fuck up,
after your whole country, and you see they cry, man. These soldiers were crying. They were trying out every kind of God. They were supposed to be Christians, but they were trying out Allah and Buddha and all that. Like some God help us.
Yeah.
They're gonna try that Israelites. They're gonna try Yahweh.
They said the mighty man shall cry there bitterly, man. You're gonna need some spirit. You're gonna need the spirit of Yahweh Mount Sound. Through. Period.
Go ahead.
That thou wouldest appoint me a set time.
Okay. You're gonna come back. Reincarnation. A set point in time in the future. And really, I said a point in time. Hopefully, it's in the kingdom. And the ones that died in this truth in Yahweh Shai are waiting for the rejoicing of the marriage when we get them immortal bodies, to be one again with the Most High Yahweh Shai, and forever to live with him. What is it? As I said, you'll be forever. Yahweh Shai, you'll be forever with him. So, hey, if we have to be here during the time of war and civil unrest, Jacob's trouble, what did it say? Pray. What Apostle Kyle always say, pray. What did it say about the women? Pray that your fight not be winning. Woe to them that give something unto them. Woe to them that desire the day of the Lord. What is it to you? It is gloominess and darkness and not light. What Christians don't. The Christians explain the day of the Lord. They explain it like everybody's going to be saved. Like it's heavenly. Well, it says the opposite. And we know things. The Most High does things in order, so things have to come before this comes. It's got to take place and unravel before that takes place, and it becomes a domino effect. Domino effect. When the dominoes fall, one falls after the other. They don't fall at the same time. They might speed up, but they still fall one by one. Go ahead.
That thou wouldst appoint me a set time and remember me.
And remember me, because what it say? Oh Lord, what is man that you shall be remembered, that you shall be mindful of.
It says our works follow us. So this is the work that makes him remember us, man. Because everything else on the earth is set for destruction. Other than who is serving Yahweh Shem Shai and coming back to the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai.
You would want somebody, it's almost like I got to bring this up, but it's almost like a woman. If you forget a woman's birthday or her anniversary, she's gonna be mad as hell. So you like, please, Lord, don't forget this spiritual walk. Don't forget our work. Don't forget, that we did the labor of love, Lord.
In the time of harvest, man. You don't get left.
Go ahead. You got to be humble too. It's proud ass men out there, and they're going to be humbled in the Jacob's trouble. The rich men are going to be humbled. The ones that don't think that the trouble is coming.
Just like it said in James 5:1, great miseries is going to come on rich men. That's why we don't want to have riches like that. They prideful.
Most High will keep you from your riches. He'll make a way.
Yeah, he will.
You his son. He'll put some.
Have other people messing with you. He'll have you do some dumb ass shit, fuck your own shit off.
Have somebody, you can lock it up in the safe. It's gone. How did that happen?
Rich is probably not. Yeah, right. Can't buy your way out of the store.
He just want us to have, daily bread. He said he loaded us daily with benefits, man. In the book of Psalms. You're trying to get any more than that, it's going to destroy you, Jay. You just got to stick with what you got. Sometimes he might give you a little bit more, but it don't really be for you. It be to help somebody around you, that may be needed, So we ain't saying just have the bare minimum all the time. Yeah, you can have a little bit more, but always be willing to give more than you receive. That's what the scriptures say, man.
It don't make
Be willing to help.
It don't make no sense to as a nation. If one part of your nation is rich and the other part is bad, they're gonna rob each other. They're gonna rob.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We all gotta be rich. So that's gonna happen in the kingdom. Not here. Go ahead.
I got what he got.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 2, it says, "But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth?"
Who shall stand when he appears, man? And it's also a scripture that saying, be prepared, Lord, prepare me, paraphrasing, before thy coming, like glorious coming, like so I can be able to stand before you. It's almost like you gotta get judged, like, oh man, like you go in front of a court and everybody's eyes is on you. And then you go, if you did a crime, or an offense, your soul is gonna be victim. You're gonna have your head down and all that. If you know better, a lot of these jakes do know better. Go ahead.
He says, "Well, he is like a refiner's fire,
And
like a fullest."
go ahead. The one thing I want to mention too, Most High don't care about your pain as far as you making an excuse to do evil shit, man. That's really emotions. That's really like you acting like a woman, man. You bothered and shit. Oh, fuck this shit, man. It's always us. We always gotta go through all the camps of fighting and all that shit. I can't figure shit out.
He was swinging at the air like boys in the hood.
Like Cuban Good Jr. Boys.
He got on his knees. He got on his girl. Remember that? Me alone.
Was waist high. Smelling that. Go ahead. Somebody made a video about that. That's why they made it one of them shorts. they had those words in there. They crazy. I didn't even catch that too. They made that video.
Man. You be thinking too hard, but they ain't be on point though.
So they slowed it down, and it was definitely what it was. Go ahead, was that it on it? Basically going into that, how the time comes in, you get thrown down. So we're gonna your method of time deal with.
We'll do that first.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that first. One of y'all brothers bubble shots. Measure the time. Yeah, diligent. Go ahead. I think
it's the second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure down the time diligently in itself.
Measure the time diligently in itself, because when we just read in Ecclesiastes, there's a purpose, there's a season, and some time for every season. So there is time on this earth to be measured. We set out, the Most High got us setting out the measurements of what's going to happen. We know we're in the end time. We don't have to guess. You know? And when it says Yahweh, you see the sky morning, you see it red, you still can't discern the time.
But just like Swan said, you can feel it in the air now. That second Ezra 5:22, that judgment unto a ring is here, man. We back at the judgment. Yeah. Everybody knows now. There ain't no maybe no more, man.
But it's like okay, pride, you know what I'm saying? And I guess they try to act like they're not celebrating, but y'all been doing all this wickedness. Now it's all say you trying to run away from the wolf.
And then you got people say, hey, you got people you go on social media, Facebook, YouTube. All you see nowadays is it's the end of the world. And you got people, they got a clue. But then they like, nah, they try to be, like passive about it.
Yeah,
maybe this ain't gonna be.
There was somebody out there was saying just yesterday that there ain't gonna be no World War III. And 2 days later, Israel shoot at Iran shooting at Israel. Okay, what now? Now they ain't saying nothing no more, man. It be that quick, man. It be 2 days and somebody shoots damn missiles off in this.
You have a nigga. I know I be at work. You have a nigga.
All right.
They say, yeah, man, we living in them times, man. You believe in God? You better believe in God. Then right after that, hey, man, I'm gonna fire this blunt up. I'm gonna go get out. Hey, you remember old boy girl? Yeah, I tapped it.
You know why? Because they want somebody else to do the work. Like this one dude was on one elder page. He was like, man, I'm tired of this. I'm 40-something years old. I got a son that's 18. I'm tired of this. When we gonna attack the government? When we gonna go before the government and say the government already, like the apostle said, the government already know about it. And it ain't gonna do no good because they got the power right now.
And the Lord said not to do that. He set up that order.
But I mean, if you really want to do that, go to yourself.
Go do it. Rambo, go ahead.
Don't wait for us.
And that's what knowledge, that's what wisdom and knowledge come in. Look at those in the past that did that. What happened to them? Them, Black Panthers. Them guys. Yeah. Look what happened to them.
They were zealots.
Zealots, right?
They did all that and it failed.
Civil right.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy, man. Just do a YouTube and put F Trump and burn the flag and go before the White House and film yourself breaking down the windows and shit.
You're gonna be sitting there with a box of the rest of them damn jakes. Don't listen, man. The Lord set them up for a reason for him to take them down. We're not supposed to take down them, man. We're supposed to be preaching this word and devouring him through the spirit of Yahweh Shah's mouth, man. That's how we're supposed to do it.
Even back then,
that's how it worked.
During the time of Cain, they said, "Don't come against Cain."
Or you get cursed sevenfold. Yeah, then he said, "Lamech 70 and 70-fold." Why? Because later on he was gonna be Esau Edom. Back again, these same spirits, man. And you can feel it in the air, man. These demons is gonna be some demons, man. They're gonna be some demons.
Hey, right quick, too. Just let you know the prince of the power of the head, man.
Yup, let's go. Like, hey, man.
Hey, and I made a lesson too the other day. Right, I said, you YNs on demon time, you about to see demons in real time.
Yeah.
Real life.
They're gonna be some demons.
Like we said at one point, this dude attacked me. He was a zombie. He wasn't no regular man. He was a damn zombie.
We're gonna start calling the YDs coming soon, them young demons. You ain't gonna be no YNs no more. You're gonna get promoted.
It's people that's gonna start wanting to eat you, man.
Man.
Fuck attacking you and shooting you with a gun. They're gonna eat you.
Just like I was saying, like I was watching that. The Lord put the spirit on me. I started watching that Walking Dead, and there was one Jake, man. There was some Edomites caught him, man, and they was eating his leg in front of him and talking to him, man. Like talking to him normal, like it wasn't no big deal and shit, man.
He was diseased too, though.
He was diseased. He started laughing because he was diseased or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't laughing at first. He was a little bit like deranged for a second, but then he started laughing. He was like, yeah, I got bit, y'all. Because when you get bit, if you like, you gonna turn into one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, they was tripping in.
Eat my leg,
Bro,
Hey,
they,
what they say if who was pretty charmer was bit by the serpent? All y'all gonna get bit, man.
yeah, man.
You know? Oh, it was one that famine that happened in Venezuela. He was chewing on it, gnawing on the juice. Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't have.
So, it's gonna come again.
Yeah,
That famine.
you can't not have the spirit of the Lord on you in this time, man. The Lord gonna let Esau and the demons do whatever they want to. And he ain't gonna let them up.
And the elders been talking about famine too. And this famine is, y'all don't understand, famine is worse than a sword.
But there's one thing, Elder Manasseh said a while back that I always remember. He said when there is famine, that don't mean everywhere gonna have no food. Some place gonna have a little bit of food. So he said my servants gonna eat. We kind of scattered, so there's gonna be a couple little spots that still got some food and shit. You know what I mean? So you just want to make sure you put the right.
That's why I said it's gonna be a perfectly wrapped turkey sandwich.
Show is.
And the thing was fresh.
Like that brother who had that dream, everybody had their own little hot sandwiches wrapped up in the thing. He was like, this is your sandwich, but this is my sandwich, but your sandwich over here in the truck. You know what I'm saying?
And I never forget.
Yeah.
I never forget. It might have been Elder Kazak out of Mississippi County. He said, you got the doom
I'm sticking with Android.
Oh yeah, I'm saying stick with Android, but just you got to get better Android. You got to get them nicer throwaway phones. Yeah, you got to get the $120 nice throwaway phone, not the $80. They keep jacking us up, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just start doing it on my hotspot because it's done that twice. Just keep it on my hotspot. Go ahead. But I had with you. That was it on that one out. What you was reading?
Ephesians 2:2.
Yeah. Let's start at 1. Time is second verse. That's just straight to the point when you start at 1.
Yeah, go ahead, read that and then do it.
It says Ephesians 2:1. Ephesians 2:1. And you had quit. You were dead in trespasses and sin.
Yeah, we are dead in trespasses and sins. Where's this precept? What is last scripture we just got? Go ahead.
It says, wherein in times past you walked according to the course of this world.
The course of this world, fashion of this world, church, fashion of this world, school, fashion of this world, clubs, everything else that distracts you from the Most High.
Yep, and I think that's what we was going into, about how he's trying to deport all these people, and that's the fashion of this world, trying to basically cover up your mistakes, trying to take everybody and move them out of here. They didn't realize the crops is messing up, the famine coming, because he done took all the workers out. Because Jake ain't working no 12 hours, man. That ain't in us, man. That's his car, man. That's the so-called Mexican. That's what they do, man. They workers like that. That's what they built on. You got a few Jakes that maybe can do it, but all of us, we ain't doing that shit. As soon as we got out the plantation, we trying to stay the hell out of there, man. We trying to go over there, man.
Go ahead, Art.
It says, according to the prince of the power of the air.
According to the prince of the power of the air. And hey, go anywhere. Dealing with the U.S. primarily, you gotta have you be a pilot. You gotta have a license to do them. You want to drive a private jet, you gotta have a license to do them. At the doom clock, or speak and let the rest be done.
Every time, man. The Lord said, bro, you need to trumpet in Zion. Every week without fail, man. It's being blown, man.
12 o'clock. That
doomsday, man.
Never get with the 12 tribes of Israel coming back. Go ahead. They had that on the Matrix too. 12 o'clock doom. All the lights went out black. It's about these lights, spiritual lights. Where the spiritual lights will tie with it? The light of the wicked shall be put out. It's about lights.
Lights too. So like that's one of the great plagues when he did sin in Egypt. Darkness. All this information going on the internet, so they're gonna cut that. Even if he had this going on, the family of the word, cyber attacks.
And like you always say, bug outs are attractive. Bug outs are attractive. But like you said, the light of the wicked shall be put out. So the grid, they say when they had that grid go out, this shit electrical, man. We supposed to abide by electrical means, to keep us living. We are the electricity.
That's why that's why we know it's unwise for this place to be trying to go all the way digital. It's not gonna work.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work. Most of us can't even keep our computers running right. We should be glitching like a motherfucker.
Right.
Can't even run the shit.
That's what Y2K was about. It was scared as hell. So it's gonna fail. Go ahead.
It says, according to the prince of the power of the air,
go ahead.
The spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Children of disobedience, they the main children of disobedience. You know how people are disobedient, being disobedient. They're the main children. They're the bad seed on the left hand side. Go ahead. That was it on that. Prince of the power of the air, man. So he is in a prince seat. He is, Did you have one? Somebody had
I
one.
have one. It was in go to Mark 13.
They always show you the movies, you know, remember them where somebody on a motorcycle, fast car, whether you have a sports car, a new car, 2025, the gas, and you fill it, your gas tank, and then you ride across the country, and you can't get no more gas. You gotta start walking on foot, and then the police are gonna be changing their location, so you don't have to deal with them. So, you know, when Tracy Chapman had that song, "Do you have a fast car? Maybe we can get away." You can have the fastest car in the world, but it still runs by gas. You're still gonna have to have that to make it move.
Even them lace cars.
Yeah, they go out, you know. So y'all ain't gonna escape from the wrath of the Most High. And you can feel it in the air. People be like, something's happening. I don't know what. Something's happening. Birds are acting different. But they know the beasts are acting different. These are spirits of vengeance that the Most High is sending on the earth. The police dogs, they attacking their own masters. Like Most High is putting a righteousness in the dog. Go ahead.
And just like Spawn was saying, this you know, going into all the times, you know, like he said, this is the time of gathering stones. Those talking about the elect, but it's also a time of removing stones. This is talking about this removing of stones. Certain stones is going to be removed, man, which is this whole damn place, man. This is Mark chapter 13, verse 1. And it reads, and as he went out of the temple, one of his disciples said unto him, Master, see what manner of stones and what buildings are here. Right? So basically, you say, you see all these buildings? You see this stuff? He's talking to Yahushua. Right? Verse 2, and Yahushua answered and said unto him, seest thou these great buildings? There shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down, man. That's what we see. That's what people are starting to feel in the air, the destruction of this system.
The buildings represent governments and hills and cities and all that. You know, because what's the real government? Who's the real governor of all the earth? Yahushua. He said, I will have a governor risen up who shall govern, and Zion, paraphrasing, who's going to be the governor. Because government means what? Controlling people. Most Yahushua is going to control these people. Put them in their place. Take these nations down. Build us up as this lively stone. You know?
Clearly, they don't got the answer.
Yeah, they don't
got the answer.
I'm talking about these nations. Nah. These nations, they really doing what Esau's doing, really. You know, but they want their own spin to it. You know what I'm saying? But they still got their hand in the cookie jar. They still. China talks about digital robots every time you see one of their videos. Artificial intelligence, artificial sun, artificial this and that. I thought y'all were into martial law. I thought y'all were into martial arts and shit. I thought y'all was Jackie Chan and yeah, who was that other one? IP Man. Which they probably Jakes anyway. They ain't into that. They ain't into meditation. Yeah, you know, they into this new world orderly system to get a possible chance to be a superpower. You know, and people be like, well, shit, I don't mind being a superpower with the superpower. You know, like other celebrities, it's higher celebrities than them. Like when you got actors, and then if they trying to, you know, getting close to retiring and not so popular, they'll get with a other celebrity that's still got rank and popularity and shit. As long as they in their circle and shit, and they get a part of that too. It's like a championship team. You be on the bench, you ain't never played in your life, but you're a part of the team, and you're glad that they won. You know, you want to celebrate with them. Some people that when Kobe used to be alive and won the championship, people coming up that you ain't never seen in the team before. Like, what the fuck? How he get a jersey? Like, you always say, get your jersey. But everybody can't be on the team. You ain't gonna have a 20-man team on the court, and then you're gonna have your prime people on that team that's doing the work, that be making the shots. If you ain't making the shots, they gonna remove you out of the game. Yeah, I'll replace them. You know, that's how apostles used to do. Hey, give me another. You know, you don't want to hold the sign, get him out and go home. Get somebody else to hold the sign, whatever. You know, I just wanted to mention that we jump in here and there. Go ahead.
And even well,
I got some.
we going about like it's that scripture is no take bomb for it's like it's no healing this place.
What are they trying to get healed by?
So they can continue their
No,
father.
I'm saying by what means? How they trying to get healed?
Technology.
Through AI, but one of the ones too. They trying to put the Bible back in school.
Yep.
They trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because they know how real prophecies is. They scared as hell of prophecy. So they trying to implement, and probably reintroducing, biblical proportions into the schools, into the system, and trying to take us out. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1, and it reads, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help."
So what's another, the woe means destruction. What's another thing that our people are trying to get help by this government? Besides technology, food stamps, welfare system, jobs, better housing, which goes along with all that. The welfare of the system. Welfare wasn't even for our people. It was for soldiers, the wives of soldiers that they had to put them somewhere. And then they became brothels because while the soldiers was at war, the women would prostitute themselves. So that's why those welfare system housing type of term. That's why a lot of times you get welfare housing in apartment complexes. They look like brothels,
and that's another way of separating the family structure. To where they would now want to have their own job, their own power, their own stuff set up because they see the freedom that they came with. That's the same thing Esau been doing to Eve since the dawn of time, man. He's always deceiving with that, man.
And something as silly as lottery, people are dependent on that. Yeah, one day I'm gonna hit it. Well, I know I am. And they all their life savings or something gradually gone, as they spend on ticket. That shit is a setup, man. They ain't gonna let no Negro have free money just for a scratch off or gambling and shit. You get $5 million out of nowhere. What our people say, nothing is free in this place.
Yeah, a lot of them that get that is unstable Jakes, man. I was in the jail days, broke up a week later, bro. So
that they win a little bit of money, but those people that win big money, they set up. Why you think they on TV? If I win 10 million, I ain't telling nobody. Hell no. But they gotta be like, oh, Joseph so and so won 10 million in the lottery.
This ugly ass motherfucker. Don't nobody know. Yeah. Don't nobody want to talk to him. Yeah. Don't nobody even hang out with him. But he got 10 million set up because they take the money when they said split it amongst each other.
Somebody gonna rob that motherfucker the next day. Oh, that's that nigga that won the lottery.
Yeah, get him. Tie his ass up.
You better go to Mexico as soon as you win that. Go offshore and all your money to pesos. Some better and hide yourself and shit. Go ahead.
And stay on horses and trust in chariots.
Stay on horses. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to, even there's such thing as black people, they want to stay horses are represent power. They want to stay in it. So you got our people that's kind of rubbing shoulders with these devils to be, to stay on a power level. And then they influence the other masses of our people to want to be like them. I want to be, our people still hollering out, when Obama was in office, man, we keep telling them he was a Hamite, man. And they still don't get it. Go ahead. Or they'll mention Nelson Mandela and shit. And he called y'all niggas lazy out of his own mouth. Go do the research. Go ahead.
Because they are many.
Because there are many. Oh man, I want to get with army and shit. You probably have a nigga that want to join the Chinese army because they got they got so many A army. Oh man, the passion of them, man, they just have seen and all that.
Don't we just say,
they don't want to join the Most High's army.
yo, go ahead. You know how the Most High army, we see it too. But your house shot said what? All that stuff will get thrown down, man. Just like we see it in the book of Mark.
And we talk. So this is spiritual Egypt. No matter what. Look, how clear can we get it? It's on the dollar bill. It's right in front of your face, man. It's simple. It's the pillars of and this is the model. Then you had Alexandria, Egypt, going back to Alexander the Great, and our people was called Alexandrians and shit.
And we get to that point now where people who did believe us, now they starting to show up, man. Now they starting to ask questions. Now they like, so really, what was you saying? Because we understand the history tied in to what's happened, man.
Yeah, like you said, it all ties in together because those are the same people.
Same people, man.
Alexander the Greek and all them reincarnated back into
Yep, and they've always wondered whose name is not written in this book. And now, finally, they know. They know if you ain't Israel, it's not written in this book of life.
Yeah, because they even if the sign wasn't real, people wouldn't be concerned about it. When they see it, they be like, "Where am I on my that sign?" Well, do your line go back to Jacob? I don't know who was your father, and they'll explain the whole thing.
Yep.
And then they be like, "Damn, I'm pretty sure like my father was Irish or something." You know what I'm saying? Because they want to be in that. It says
they'll start thinking
they want to be in that number, man.
Yep, because it said that he opened the book of the dead too. They finna get judged according to the works out of what they've done in their body, man. All the times they've been here.
You better be careful.
Esau ain't been judged correctly since the dawn of time, man. He ain't got his full judgment yet, man.
Yeah, you better watch your step because this is the last dance.
It's the last dance, man.
The devil want to dance.
Yep.
And y'all gonna get caught up. Remember, if y'all seen that Murphy when he was dancing with that Angela Bassett, and she was just caught up in. He was just macking to her basically, and she was just caught up in his ways and listening to his voice. That's what our people are doing with this devil, with America. Spiritual Egypt. Sorry, go ahead.
Because there are many,
and talking about it's trying to explain why he's a sodomite because those women are fuck that shit, man. I don't care how much women hold out and shit, or lesbians. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah,
it's about the Most High and His work.
Yeah,
we got wisdom and shit, man. Sophia, man. Shit, and you can get you a box. You can get your. Why you think the Most High allows to have prostitutes? Because in case these bitches don't want to do shit. A prostitute, well, give me the money. I give you some. Okay, that's a fair transaction. You get out of there, man. Most High don't leave us high and dry and shit. So it ain't no excuse to be a sodomite. It ain't no excuse to be a whore. But the Most High wink at them before because they the weaker vessel and they got a purpose. That's why I said many harlot shows breaking in the kingdom before y'all police people, man.
Yeah, because they really are harlots. That's just how they combated the Lord made them to be. But the Lord could turn them around and they actually repent and do right.
Yeah, and the harlots give you comfort. They comfort the prophets. When the woman is fucking up and giving you hell, what do a man go do? A lot of these Edomites do that too. They be like, damn, because a lot of them Edomite women, they be on their Edomite men like that too. Like,
yeah, just torturing.
I told you, honey, why'd you change the account? I told you we have joint accounts. What the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, oh, shit.
See, that's the kind of thing that a lot of these heathens they seek for comfort in a physical way. But since we got Sophia, a lot of the times we just use this word in the brotherhood to sustain everything that we need, man. So we not we don't take in the ways of the heathen. A lot of them right now they'll go do something like that because their spirit ain't strong, man. We really don't need it.
Yeah, because that's what the Most High said. He said, "How weakens thy heart is." Like, damn, man, you gotta at least strive.
You can't endure it all.
Yeah,
you can't endure it all. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the one thing about Jake. Jake feel like he ain't really nothing without no woman, man. Yeah. And that's not the truth.
Or money, or
that's not the truth.
Yeah.
That's why he gave us Sophia. It's a nurturing spirit. With wisdom, we don't have to feel like we in need of always having some comfort, man. We're supposed to struggle, man. That's part of the walk. If you ain't ready to struggle, hey, if you ain't ready for the long run in this, you might as well get out now, man. Because that's what we're here for, to struggle when you're out by some hours shot. That's how we're gonna get close to
You women, you women are nothing but commodity. If you're in this world, you're a commodity that's being transferred into other kind of money.
Yeah,
It's just being over transferred. So that's why a man, if he's rich, he ain't gonna put up with a loudmouth woman and shit. Because he's gonna be like, shit, I'm rich. I got my own crib. Get the fuck out of here.
And that's how we are in the spirit. We're rich in the spirit. So we ain't gonna deal with no loudmouth women. Hey, we're rich. We about to have the kingdom of the kings with us, man. That's why. So if you ain't fucking with us, get the fuck out of here, man.
That's why a man can meditate. That's why I said meditate on my word day and night. A man can meditate. A woman really can't. She gotta be busy. She gotta be tangible with shit. You know, we could just sit there and chill. Women say, "You all right?" Yeah, I'm chilling. I don't have to like be all out there. I'm chilling in my mind. Most High gave us a man of mind of logic and thinking, meditation. That's why all this stuff is built by men, not women. They use it after the men built it. All these railroads, these bridges were built by men, and mainly us, the Israelites. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So, and in horsemen, because they are very strong.
Because they are very strong. They got a strong military. They got strong power. You know, even with these modern day chariots, these cars, people use them as weapons too, or they use them as strength too. Mm-hmm. You have somebody, you know, Jake will run over a motherfucker with the car and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like as you know, a part of it, this carnality, man. Go ahead.
But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
Holy One of Israel, because guess what, world? The Holy One of Israel, he made the heavens and the earth. How about that? All the gods of the nations are idols, man. It's our power that made the heavens and the earth. And Esau, you're just a what do you call it, a sore thumb sticking out of the crowd because you're the only one that doesn't have melanin, man. Only nation that doesn't have melanin. All these nations are brown and melanated nations.
And then, you know, you got some Jakes that they lost their melanin, but they still got class like Jake. They cool, they clean with they got a certain type of style about them that you know that they a Jake. You got that one Edomite. He look like an Edomite and he a Jake. You play basketball, this motherfucker doing 360 windmill layups on your ass and everything like that.
I can name
Jake, man.
Yeah, I can name plenty of. I've named plenty of artists and musicians and singers and the all Negro tribe to get hella mad. Like I was listening, like that. It was made me come up with that "Feeling in the Air" by Phil Collins. He's a Jake. But IUI, somebody like IUIC, by cuss him out, and that's the Most High, one of the Most High's children that could be lost and want to know the truth.
Yep.
So you just got a soul under you that you got blood on your hands, man. Go ahead.
Yep. Neither seek the Lord.
They need to seek the Lord, man. You know. So they corrupted with the system. They depend on the system. The power of money is still relevant today until it disappears and dissipates. And now they be like, well, what do we do now? We got to go to the digital now.
What they're going to do now is they're going to go through misery, man. As it says in James 5:1. Much misery come on you, rich man. You want to spend all your life trying to get that bag, man. And ain't really trying to balance yourself out in the spirit, man.
Look at somebody like Diddy. He was flashing all that money, talking about money ain't thing, and you know, but he said he did make a song called "Money, More Problems," and that's what it called the nigga, because he was popping all that champagne and shit, doing that shit with all the money he had. So guess what? When this turn digital, what kind of fun y'all gonna have when this shit turn digital? You're gonna have to try to have that AI fun and shit, that Neuralink fun. So have your ass hooked up into a paradise that's not even fucking real. Meanwhile, the real, like a matrix, you've been living in a dream world. He showed the digital world on the TV and he said, welcome to the, what did he say? Welcome to the real. Welcome to the desert. Like, that's what this place really is in the spirit. This place is really a desert. there's no value in this place. You know, your worth of your work, you working harder, and they demanding more work, but you getting paid the same shit. Even at a job, somebody could get paid 20 years. Damn. So I'm pretty sure you're making $30 an hour. No, I'm still making $14, $15 an hour. Damn. You should own the fucking place at that time. Why are you still making $10 to $15 an hour as your height? Why? And then when you get to the $20 and $30 an hour, you have to have some kind of curriculum and kind of major studies and a doctor's degree or some kind of credit.
They put you in a simulated world. Mm-hmm. That's what they want. They want you to be in a simulated world, man.
And you know why they can't feel it in the air? Because like the Matrix, you ain't even breathing air. You breathing artificial air and shit. But we breathe in the real air because the Most High said the breath of life. Wisdom is the breath of life. The Holy Spirit is the breath of life. So we really breathe. Even though this physical body, the hell with the physical bodies, we do as much as we can, you know, to sustain ourselves. But it's about the spirit, man. It said the flesh is weak and the spirit is ready. It's willing.
Yeah.
So this spirit. What did it say? I come that they may have life. This is life right here. We're really breathing. They're really dead. And him that wanteth out the way of the congregation, wander out the way of understanding, remain in the congregation of the dead. The leadership of a lot of these camps like IUIC is dead. They went out of the way of understanding. Yeah. ISUK and all them, they went out of the way of understanding. Go ahead. Oh yeah, that you can feel it in the air because we're really breathing. But everybody else, like you said, everybody else is getting affected. They starting to feel it in the air too. So what does that mean? Most High say He put His spirit on all flesh. All these people are gonna feel the effects. They're gonna start knowing like, damn, something ain't right about the government. Damn, something ain't right about my money that I'm making. Something ain't right about these jobs, this employment. Something ain't right about the immigration situation.
And that's another thing what Quan was talking about, that spirit. The spirit is willing. When you look up that word willing in the Greek, prothemos, right? It says predisposed, and then another word that says alacrity. Okay, alacrity. It says brisk and cheerful readiness. So that's how you know that our spirit, even though our body withers away, our spirit is still here, man. It's cheerful and ready to come back in a body and do what it's supposed to do, man.
That lets you know the spirit.
That's how you know that reincarnation exists.
Exactly, man. And the spirit goes on, that lives on.
Yep. It said predisposed. That word, to make someone liable and inclined to a specific attitude, action, or condition. The spirit is ready to get to work, man. That's all we do. Facilitate the spirit, man.
Hey, man. It said what? That last point?
Attitude, action, or condition.
Or condition, yeah. So no matter what it says, you're a product of your environment. We're not. You know, you're conditioning, being conditioned through these ceremonial type of, whatever. We're not being conditioned. We're conditioned after the spirit of Yahweh.
It's already been predisposed in the earth to do this, man. Serve Yahweh Shah. That's what it loves doing. It's like, please let me go down, Lord. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me be part of the story. It's just like with these actors in Hollywood, they be going all out the way to try to be the main actor, man. All out the way to try to be a part of the story, man. You got some people that's just, they's like, we want to be in the movie just to be bystanders. Somebody got hit by a rock in the middle of the avalanche.
Or somebody eating in the background.
Somebody just eating in the background or something. He done got paid.
And then he'll tell his whole family, I was in that movie. I'm the one that's eating french fries in the back.
Clowns. Not Zakbai over there in South Carolina, where he at.
Yeah.
Man, every time you look up, when they out on the highway and byway, you got some demons coming up, hey, trying to get famous and shit.
Yeah.
You know,
What did
really,
Apostle call it? 5 minutes of fame?
yeah.
Or 15 minutes? Well, now it's
Yeah.
5. They just went away. They just 1 second. Hey,
And they go back to that scripture, where the Yahushua say the parable when the master shall shut the door.
Hey.
And then he said, they gonna say, we ate with you and drunk with you
for your presence.
and you taught in our
Hey,
streets.
And what's crazy is the root word of predispose is pro, which means before, above, right? Or ever. That's your spirit. That's how we know that reincarnation exists, man. It comes before your body. And it's always willing to come do what it meant to do. You know, that's his facts, man.
Even that one instance with that, should I go down as a lion spirit, Lord? He was ready.
He was ready to go in there and do his thing, man. That's what they do. They willing, whatever they purpose the Lord created for. That's what they love doing, man.
It even says of the angels. What did it say of the chariots?
Yeah.
When they go. They don't turn or nothing. They just go. That's how straight the spirit is. That's why we're doing this, talking about a straight path. Walk the straight path, the narrow path. We just keep your eyes single. We just boom. When you go play a game of basketball, you playing to win. You don't want to show up and just not playing to win. Your coach don't want you on the team if you don't play to win. You like, I just came to play. Nah, we came to play to win. And that's why we want to be victorious in this walk, man.
We know the Lord is pouring out his spirit on all flesh right now. So we know that you can feel it, man. We know that everybody can feel this tension, man. This tension rising, man. It ain't no game, man.
What does it say about go ahead and get Micah 3 and 8.
Go ahead.
And the clashing of people during these protests and all that, that's the Most High stirring up spirits, man. Like those people protest, you see when cops grab them, and it's a certain energy to them, like, fuck this shit, Or they break out of the cops, it's like 3 cops on them, they break out. That's that energy level.
They had that one scene where there was a bunch of police cars trying to go under a bridge, and they was throwing rocks at them, hitting up windows. Hey, man, that sedition among men is here, man.
It's coming. Yeah, it's here.
Micah chapter 3, verse 8. But truly I am full of power.
Truly I am full of power, man. Go ahead.
By the Spirit of the Lord.
By the Spirit of the Lord, not your own might, not this flesh. Because this flesh don't really want to do shit. Jake don't want to do shit. He don't. Hey, damn, I gotta play. But like they say, what do they call it? Team Spirit. And it's a song called Team Spirit by Nirvana, I think. But when you wake up, and like I said, you got a game. You in good. What they say, are you in good spirits? And yeah, I want to. And your spirit drives you to that game. But let it be somebody else that's not a basketball player. They be like, yeah, I might go. Yeah, I might. I'm not really into basketball like that. So a lot of people are really not into this word like that. So they don't really. Sometimes they'll come out the highway, byway. Sometimes they won't. Well, your spirit's gonna be here. Your spirit's gonna want to go. Like Apostle said, they couldn't wait for the weekend to come to go drive highways, byway. You gotta want to do this. Desire the kingdom of heaven. Desire.
Just like the wicked desire being wicked, man. We gotta do more than them.
Go ahead. I finish up.
It says, but truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Lord.
By the Spirit of the Lord. Go ahead.
And of judgment.
Of judgment, because a lot of men they trying to do their own thing, and they trying to do something without the Lord. Like a lot of people are starting to not believe in the Lord. Well, a lot of people are waking up, but even those people that get with me in this truth, they be like, yeah, man, I used to be out there. They still brag about to their women and shit. Yeah, man, we was going hard. You know what I'm saying? and still want credit from their woman and shit about that. Mm-hmm. And the woman she'll say, "Why aren't you still out there?" But nah, I did my bid. You don't do your bid, and by yourself to where it's the spirit of the Most High that drives you. Look at the bird; he even agreed. I'm starting to get, learn from Apostle Gabar when he said that. Even the phone had to chime in.
Yeah, come.
But go ahead.
Says
that bird knows that bird that sounds like that, they know how to talk. So a lot of these birds can start talking to spirit, they're talking to scriptures. They might say shalom, or a bird make up trouble for the elect. Bird might be saying that's where the food is.
That's what the brothers and Zod was saying in the Mississippi. He's basically saying like how this earth taking us a bit good, but we was talking about how like we so connected to like electricity and all this stuff. We're supposed to be tapped in the nation. So he said that time we are going to be communicating more with the animals, getting signals, because that's really how the Lord set it up. Because they was reverend of Noah. They're reverend.
Yeah, that's what King Solomon. That's what he had that ability to communicate with animals.
And like we said, there's electricity in the ground. There's electricity in the trees. Electricity don't always got to do with like lightning bolt. Electricity is energy coming from. You got electricity in the food, electrolytes in the water. Yeah, electrons and all that. Neurons, electrons. Go ahead.
It says, and of judgment and of might.
So that's what's gonna happen when the Most High activate your spirit. You're gonna have spiritual powers. Go ahead.
It says, to declare unto Jacob his transgression.
Declare, because what did Moses say? This is a hard, rebellious people. This is people. How can I teach these people that the Most High give us power to do that? Even the longevity of the apostles, starting with Apostle Paul, Gabar, Rakai, Ramlab, the longevity of the rest of the elders of that strength. Because nobody, so-called black man gonna be teaching another so-called black man for this long, unless he had the spirit of Yahweh. That consistently, that diligently. Go ahead.
And that right there proves that Michael, he had spiritual powers. He's doing some things. It's not written. It's not written. What he say right here? He said,
"What did Elisha say to Elijah? Give me a double portion, of your spirit." Elijah got called up. So you're gonna want some double portion. Hey, we might have a power. You might do this, brother. With the arm and stuff. Like this, boom, and he gets power.
And his eyes like,
you know what I'm saying? Both of y'all lighten up. You like, man, let's go get him. Hey,
As soon as we look up, the first motherfucking heater might we see.
Man, look.
Busting your ass.
Hey, and even with vocab, he's talking about laughing at us, talking about throwing tanks and all that. But Yahweh Shai, at least Yahweh Shai was walking on water and all that and doing these spiritual things. He said, "You shall have greater power than me." So you're not spiritual if you don't believe that. And the Most High put it in the man's mind to make Marvel movies where Incredible Hulk is able to throw a tank. So why don't you do that? Ain't nothing new. Hey, Samson knocked down the pillars. You know how big them pillars were back in the day? It ain't like this soft ass pillar shit today. These pillars were big as hell and shit.
He said, "What is it with man? This is impossible."
Yeah.
Most High.
Nothing's impossible with the Most High. Yeah, how we gonna get healed? So you got it. What about believing in that we're gonna get beamed up out of here? You don't believe that? Because you got, or having an immortal body. If you have an immortal body, you on a spiritual high level. It said it's a scripture that say the spirit is greater than the flesh. Look, get that scripture right quick. The spirit is greater than the flesh. So, and that's why you have people like vocab, because he's not spiritual. He's actually questioning the Most High. Like, how can this? He don't even know it. He think it's us. He said when they come against you, it's really you coming against the Most High. You questioning the Bible, man. You ain't about the Bible. You questioning the Bible like a theologian. Y'all there to study and trying to figure out the Bible. But the apostles know the Bible.
And they are trying to debunk this. Like, y'all don't want this righteousness to be instilled in the earth. You know, y'all can't be talking about them small hats over there like they doing the work of the Lord, man. When they going Russia going over there in Ukraine and find the damn child trafficking rings all over the goddamn place, man.
And they got the Talmud and shit. You don't even address.
Yeah, man.
You can marry a 3-year-old girl.
Yeah, man. All that weird ass shit, man. Yeah, man. People ain't serving y'all by shit I was shot, man.
And y'all gonna be destroyed for that shit.
Just like Apostle Tahar was saying, a lot of them call the name of the Lord Adonai, and that just means superior. They don't call on the name of the Lord, but what it say? And Micah, it said they dread the name of the Lord. The heathen dread the name of the Lord. They'll never call you out by Shem al Shah, man. Ever, man. They'll never call on the Lord, though.
And if they try to, Most High destroy their ass.
And a couple years ago, when I first came in the truth, I was teaching up there on the highway, and some dude came up and said that he was a damn Jew. One of the Jewish people, man. They're talking about some Adonai. Nah, that just means superior. That's all it means. Yeah, and I was wondering, I was like, what does that mean? And you know, later on it got revealed to me, man. That's what he was saying. He's basically just saying superior. That's all it means. That's not his name. That's just another title.
That's where they get that word Adawan from.
Yeah, that's his.
Adawan means somebody superior.
Yeah, that's all it means. So they not even, they ain't saying the name because they can't say the name. Because they know behind that name is the extinction of their civilization, man.
Go ahead. Which one? The spirit is greater than the flesh. It's stronger than the flesh. I don't get out of spoilers. Yeah, I do is Google it because the spirit's stronger than the flesh. King James.
Galatians 5:17.
Speak up a little bit.
Galatians 5:17. For the flesh lusts against the spirit.
The flesh lusts against the spirit, man. So you're gonna have that battle, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
And the spirit against the flesh.
The spirit against the flesh, man. So there's a constant battle in our minds, you know, that battle that Paul was talking about. Go ahead.
It says, and these are contrary one to the other.
Contrary one to another. So that means this body can't live forever. The spirit lives forever, the body doesn't. But the mortal body does, the spiritual body does. So there is a spiritual body. That's why it says in 2 Corinthians, there's a physical body and there's a spiritual body. There's a celestial and there's a terrestrial.
And we've seen that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Yeah.
So that shows that the spirit is always going to be stronger than the flesh because it comes before. Like we said, that word pro comes from what's that word that we
it's more to that. Go ahead and finish that right there.
So that he cannot do the things that he would.
Yeah, you cannot do the things that you would. Go ahead.
But if he be led of the spirit,
if you be led by the spirit, go ahead.
You are not under the law.
But it's going into something else, man. It's another scripture that said the spirit is greater than the flesh. I don't know if he uses stronger or greater. Might be the spirit. That might be right after that. It's worded the way I'm, not exactly, but somewhat to what I'm saying. How I'm saying. What's the next one? You know, flesh is weak, spirit is willing. I'm pretty sure one that's saying spirit is greater than flesh. Like, might be in the pocket. But, yeah. So we're a spiritual war, you know, and they can't see it because they're carnal. So, you know, we can feel things in the spirit that they can't. Going back to the Matrix, he said, "Why you can't see? Why my eyes hurt? You never use your spiritual eye. You never use the eye that he was supposed to use. Why in the Matrix to see enemy, to see things that were going on, to see why this world was happening, see beyond this flesh. You got spirit. We would say make their eyes blind that they cannot see. That don't mean he was looking everybody's eyes out. That means spirit eyes in your mind. You know, you got spiritual eyes and you got physical eyes. So we got spiritual feelings, physical feelings, emotions, and spiritual feelings, emotions, so to speak. And that's why it's easy to disregard the carnal and the feelings of our people in certain ways, because the spirit is greater. That's why we can learn from the Most High when he say he's no respecter of persons, because he was a high, ultimate spiritual being. That's why we got to disconnect from our families if they're not in the truth or for the truth. That's that spiritual calling right there. Separate yourself from the physical.
You know, that's why the Lord said test the spirits. Because he don't say test somebody's flesh, test the spirits, man. He said test to see how they spirit is. That's what you gotta go on by the spirit. And outwardly too, like flesh, like judging the by his covered. Or a woman, she look beautiful on the outside, or even symbolic to a Babylon American being beautiful on the outside, but inwardly messed up.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. It's supposed to be in order. It's supposed to be your physical is supposed to do what your spiritual says. But now, you know, people doing your spirit could say something and they be like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. Or the world is in it, but nah, I ain't gonna believe that. But you know, in your spirit, the world is in it.
Yeah, and you know, that's the only way that we can confirm who really loves the Lord, because it said that the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. Yeah. And then we go into Acts, the 14th chapter, the 22nd verse, it said that's how you confirm the souls of the disciples to you continue in the faith, man. So that's the only way that we able to even identify who is the enemy and who is the enemy. That's through the spirit, man.
That's why Apostle Hart mentioned earlier, like, you know, the leader of IUIC let anybody in. You got to try them. You know, it's a lot of YNs joining in, like, and they just saying anything, do anything. You gotta shit. You can't come into GMS, you know, and that's the spirit allow you to.
Yep. Like we were reading in Isaiah 31st chapter earlier, talking about they don't seek unto the Holy One of Israel. It said many gonna try to seek and not even get in. So you know, in the book of I think it's Luke. It said many. I think it's in the book of Matthew. I think Matthew. It said many not gonna be able to even get in that do seek. So how much more than they ain't even looking, man?
And it said many shall be tried, but many shall be found. Some shall be found white, and some shall be, you know, found with dirty garments.
Yep.
You know?
Everlasting contempt.
Yep. So it ain't for everybody, man, and it makes sense because everybody, like I said, you have people on the other side that disagree with the word, and they could be from different sects. Sects mean like different, you know, origins or different religions. You got Muslim and atheist, they on the same team when it comes to coming against us and shit. How the fuck is that? What Yahweh Shai said, the whole world hated you. You know, so they're gonna be with the worldly ways. Like, man, yeah, I still believe like America gonna come back. But you complaining about the oppression that America is putting on you and shit. You complaining you doing all this black man stuff, and then but America's ran by so-called white people. If you didn't know that, all these niggas that's in the White House and these congressmen, they ain't nobody. They breadcrumbs to the elite. They the black bootleg. They just the so-called white man's pit bull, like you said. They ain't getting no kind of power, no kind of country, a nation. Jake talking about buying land. How much land can you buy before it get removed from you because of this martial law and shit? Yeah, this is my land. I bought it. Yeah, but this is government property now. It's government property now because it's war. All this America belongs to them. So even if you own something in this place, you still owning it under them. It's not really yours. That's why it said Babylon take no thing of it, But most I got mad at the dude that put on the Babylonian garment. He was destroyed, because they said most I said destroy everything. He hid his Babylonian garment possessions in the ground. And they said, where is it? They got on and they stoned him for that shit. It's almost like remind me of putting your thing in a napkin, putting your token in the napkin.
Yeah, getting the truth and then saying you know the truth but not doing nothing about it, not taking action, not picking up your sword, man. Sitting around, you still want to be a Babylonian. You want to sit around and be lazy and shit. Because that's what Babylon about. Work smarter, not harder. They don't want to put in no hard work. All they want to do is easy shit, man.
For the city of comfort, Capernaum and shit. The city of comfort. They just don't want to do nothing. It said the Holy Spirit is a comforter, not Babylon, not money.
It said the straight gate for a reason. It's the toughest gate, man. It's easy to go crooked. It's easy to go left. It's easy to go right. It's hard to go straight. You can't be a person who's just always doing easy shit and go on this road, man. It's impossible.
It said fire on one side, water on the other side.
It's not gonna be easy, man.
Basically walk on eggshells. Because that's how it's getting, man. You gotta be careful of what you say, even on YouTube and shit. Because they banning and taking whole pages down because of medical practices or medical mentions. You mentioned the MOTB. You got to talk in code and shit. That don't mean we conforming. That means we being wise. Because be wiser than the serpent. Honest. Go ahead. So you can. Most times, even if you say that you ain't heard the prophet yet, you say you don't know the truth, you can feel it in the air. It's all around. What did the matrix say? It's all around us. It's in your. You feel it when you wake up in the morning. You feel it when you go to church. You feel it when you pay your taxes. You feel it when you got to go to these jobs. You like, damn, man. And your boss is starting to talk to you in any kind of way now. Say, oh, if you don't want to work here, just go to get another job. Get the fuck out of here. That's how they're gonna start talking to Jake. He's gonna be like, hey man, you can't talk to me like that. Well, get the fuck out of here. Ain't according to your policies, you supposed to treat your employees with respect, but this is a private-owned company. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to work for me, get the fuck out. A lot of these are going to be started to be private-owned companies where they could just say, hey, get the fuck out of here, nigga. It ain't going to be no attached to no policies, no governmental status to where you have to be nice to your employees.
That's going right into this.
Go ahead.
Is it Matthew 24, verse 12? And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Love of many shall wax cold, and shit. That's what's happening. That's what happened between neighbor against neighbor, nation against nation, chaos, uprisings, uproars, the same thing. What else? People seeing people. Hey, people are laughing at death now. They like, damn, that dude got ate up by a machine with his boots hanging out. Couldn't help. That's terrible, but I couldn't help but laugh. Yeah, Mosai's becoming, making them sensitized to this drama that's coming.
Even that YouTube streamer shooting that happened live in Vegas on the strip, like it was just right there, bro. Like they streaming live deaths, like.
Go ahead.
Verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Hey, some people be like, hey, you know what? I just got tired of life, so I just took everybody out. You know? That's my pain. Nobody gave a fuck about me. I don't give a fuck about them. You know, you want to talk about F-bombs and talk about guns and shit, but somebody holding a gun to your head and they say, fuck you, fucking be quiet. You don't do that shit. You ain't gonna say, why are you cussing? You know? So why y'all say that to us? And really spirituality, you got a sword to your head ready to get beheaded by death. And they don't even know it.
Yup. In this situation, you have to have endurance, man. Because just like the Father was saying, they're gonna be trying to get rid of us because they think we're the ones that don't have endurance, man. In the flesh, but the spirit is stronger than the flesh. But they can't see the spirit, man, because it's not been activated in.
Yeah, that's
so we gotta endure.
That's why it says
endure, man.
that wickedness that they say because ain't nobody just checking on them and checking, telescopes, you know what I'm saying, no investigation team like they got on us. We can't do that to them. So they say, who shall see us? But the Most High is watching from the heavens, you dumbasses. You devils.
And they're seeing us endure through all them struggles. And the Lord is going to make sure they pay for that.
Hell yeah. What pride that you have in the Most High said, you had that pride, devils. That's another thing that you forgot about. Most High pulling your card because he said you have pride, man. He said you have pride just like Pharaoh. He raised Pharaoh up and gave him pride of his own heart. Y'all got pride. So y'all going by the book of the Most High. Y'all going by what the Most High wants y'all to do, man. Y'all ain't doing nothing different, man. Y'all ain't doing nothing special or savvy. That's why we ain't all these miracles and this technology. We ain't what you call it, amused by it. We're not amused by it, man. You know how this is talking to us shit. This is Lego, according to the Most High. That's why he's gonna take all this shit down, man. All these wires and shit. Don't you get tired of dealing with wires and shit? They got wireless, but they still got USB wires and all this cable wires and shit. I'm tired of this. Ain't gonna be that in the kingdom. We the cable. We the wires and shit. Spiritual wires. Man. Some of y'all need a rewiring of your spirit. I'm saying that humbly. Y'all. We need to examine ourselves. And some of y'all need rewiring, man. Remember the I don't know if y'all ever seen it. Johnny Short Circuit. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, but he said your whole wire wrong, and RTD he had to rewire his shit. Yeah. He was like, yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
To me, say, yeah, you talking about Star Wars?
Yeah, it was Short Circuit bands. You know, Star Wars is another one that were RTD2. They had to remember they blasted them or whatever. They had to put them. They had to rewire them. Some of y'all, yeah, spiritually we need rewiring, man. Go ahead.
This is verse 14. In this gospel of the kingdom,
Jimas that will be done. That will be done. Shalom, be like-minded. Yeah. Go ahead. We get an article. After this, we'll get articles and close out. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And this gospel shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
And all the world, see, they thought, okay, well, shit, how can they get across these nations to teach them and all that? Well, the Most High made the internet, the unicorn. You don't have to travel all the way to whatever to wake people up. So this is being published. What do they call it? YouTube. You publish your video. It's being published all across the world. So that's the prophecy. That prophecy is hit. And then soon, and it's gonna say, go ahead.
And then the end shall come.
Then the end shall come, man. Where's the end? The end shall come, man. There ain't no way that was possible without the Most High's involvement. To where a nigga can wake up by watching because there's so much stuff out there. You can make a video, your YouTube video yourself. You don't have to watch other people and other religions or whatever, other people what people are teaching. You could watch, you could be a binge watcher, they call it. You can watch your favorite shows all day long and shit. Or your favorite musician, a song, a video on replay all day.
And that's what's being felt in the air. That we almost done wrapping this up, man. The credits is almost over, man. We almost at that last little special thanks to this prophet, and this prophet. And that's what it's gonna be like in the kingdom. We're gonna get rewarded for this.
The director and the producer, Yahweh Shai.
Yup.
And the rest of the angels.
Then shit gonna
And you
start
want your name in there, right?
You want your name in there, because then the rest of the movie gonna play out.
Yeah, and even like, and even the fans and the celebrity, they be like, TLC. Remember they had something called Fan Club, and they was shouting out to their fans, and they said they could put as many as they can on there.
Yeah,
but they ain't gonna be nowhere. But you might have been a real fan and be like, they didn't put me on there. I bought all they fucking out. I was on front line.
Yeah.
Well, that ain't happening with the Most High.
Yeah.
He gonna remember all his saints, man.
Yeah. He
gonna remember all his fans because he's the number one celebrities. Yahweh Shai, they the number one celebrities, man.
Yep. And at the end of that, you know how they.
I hate to use that word, but it's spiritual, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
God, because they are famous, and his men are gonna be famous. You know, and going down to when you got the credits that go off, you have some of the movies where at the end of the movie will come back on, there'll be stuff going down. That's what's gonna happen over here, man. It's gonna be straight destruction in this place, man. That's what's gonna happen, man.
Speaking as we're going from the Bible to the book of life, but that's what's always mentioned. Those written in their book of life, so that's the next movie scene.
It even says, rejoice more, not that you have the power, but your name be written in the book of life. Go ahead.
So this is some articles. Americans agreed with Trump that Iran poses a threat to the United States, right? So they know that we're in war. It's in the air. That everybody is agreeing that, it's going down.
Yeah, and what did some people say? Some people trying to say Israel, that's Israel's war, America's not going to get involved. Get the fuck out of here. They allies, man. America and Israel didn't get involved, especially with Iran. Because Russia
already are.
Yeah, and Russia's going on. Come on, man.
It's been the 9th day of war over there, and there hasn't been no talk of calming down. All right, they ain't come to no agreement, man. It's not happening. It's not happening, man. I seen some videos. There'd be people just outside and next door, bow. Down the street, bow. Big old missiles hitting shit, man. This the kind of shit that America Babylon the Great ain't really witnessed, man. But in that day, it's gonna be everywhere, man.
And they say, well, what's the difference between this war and all the other wars? Well, it's prophesying about this war. It's prophecy, like it's written in the scriptures. Two woes come forth. And we at the end of time, just like we read in the scriptures, so it ain't gonna be no more wars.
Everybody got missiles.
Everybody got missiles, man.
Even what's his name? Einstein. He said World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
That means he started over.
You know what that means? It means y'all motherfuckers going into slavery. You gonna be fighting the damn ground and fixing this shit.
It was like
that's the next war.
It was distinction from the say.
Yeah, that's the next war. Y'all ass getting to work.
And this
gonna be no damn war.
This could be a suicide war.
It gonna be no fucking war, man. It's gonna be y'all ass getting y'all ass to work with the plowshares, man.
And then, hey, you know what? Everybody, those suicidal wars. I mean, like the kamikazes.
Yeah,
they could shoot a bomb and don't care if they blow themselves up. You know what I'm saying? Even with Samson, he said, "I know I'm gonna die, but as long as these motherfuckers gonna die too." Some people are in that mind state. Like, hey, what about you worried about you getting blown up too? Fuck that! I'm shooting that shit. Even if I have to die, as long as I know they gonna die too. And America got sleeper cells, and they own people, anarchy-minded men, people. And America, that's like Timothy McVeigh. You know, he set off a bomb with the federal building, whatever. But so you got people that's like that in America that be like, I don't care, I'll go in the White House and blow it up, even if I blow up with it. Okay, damn. So those type of things, spirits are out there too.
And all them, man, in the end, man, they gonna be working for us. You know, I'm Ratazar, we got that number.
You know that song, I be stroking, well, I be working. From the east to the west, I be working. That's what y'all gonna be.
What? First thing you gonna
Michael
be doing,
Jackson got a song, working, gotta be working day and night.
Yeah.
That's all what y'all gonna be doing.
Yeah, man. First thing
Working
you gonna
day
be
and
doing
night.
is picking up all them dead bodies. Y'all about to sit outside and whoop.
Then
Beat up.
Yeah,
Tone
the Sabbath
down.
comes. The Sabbath is it. And then
Uh-huh.
the Sabbath is gonna end quickly. Just like you at work, damn, the weekend is already
Damn,
over.
it's already over. I gotta go back to work.
Go back to work.
Yeah.
That's the only day, like the apostle say. The elders say that's the only day y'all gonna have off. The Sabbath.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So another one, at least 3 dead in North Dakota. A severe weather sweeps across region.
Yeah,
So, you know.
That's some chariots. He come in the form of weather too.
Yep.
Control the winds.
Now-
Yahweh Shai said he rebuked the wind. So you know he controls the wind. Go ahead.
Jake better understand that he gonna need y'all about shit outside. He ain't gonna have, ain't no gun gonna save you in this time, man. It says Rhode Island lawmakers.
Hold on. You said that you can't shoot at a wind. You can't shoot at wind. I'm talking about a different event other than men on this earth. You gotta worry about, like we always say, mudslides, earthquakes, sinkholes, underground caverns that caved in, tsunamis.
Yahweh Shai, he prophesied about, he said the season and the
Waves roaring. Yep. So Rhode Island lawmakers passed bill to ban sales of assault weapons. So the Lord's making it to where the hopeful elect is seeing that this is all we can rely on, man. All we got is this truth, man. And the hope of Yahweh Shai saving us, giving us spiritual power in that day. So another one, showing everybody knows this is in the air right now. Reporters for Voice of America and other U.S. networks fear what's next. They scared, man. They scared, man.
And they usually on me because they the ones that network. They the ones that report.
They the ones who make the reports. They scared now. You know how that one song, don't be scared now.
Y'all better become a cameraman.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
The cameraman
on everything. Somehow he just around all the lava and then just around like, did you get the shot?
Yeah. Watch all the corner people. Watch all the partner people go out and buy a camera. I'm trying to be a cameraman. No, you dumbasses.
Motherfuckers walk around big ass cameras on their head. That was a joke, brother.
Yeah. Get what
It says Israel.
Didn't it say in the scripture it's better than Yahweh Shai in the world? Better be condemned by the people than to be I don't want to butcher it, but you know, it's better to be condemned in the world, like die righteously, than condemned by pretty much the Most High. Like we don't care what men do to us because we just want to be right with the Most High. Because it said, fear him, not him that's able to kill the body, but him that's able to kill the body and soul to hell. And the churches ain't never read that scripture. Why y'all ain't never read these scriptures in churches? Why ain't I never learned this in y'all dumbass churches, man? And y'all talking about y'all care for souls and shit. If y'all care for souls, y'all be warning people of this war. Y'all be warning people of Jacob's trouble. Yeah, okay. You don't think it's Jacob's trouble? Well, it's trouble. You better call it something. You better put a name on it. You know? Because it's definitely coming. Go ahead.
Next article, Israel says it's preparing for possibly long war as Iran calls U.S. involvement dangerous.
Long war. It ain't going to be that long because most likely he's short the time for the elect's sake, but it's long enough for human experience. Because when you experience something in the flesh, it's a long ass time. That's why a lot of these ninjas fell out. And I'm saying that humbly because most of we don't fall out. But they didn't got worried because it seemed like a long time to them. Because they into carnal things. They feel the carnal like but we in the spirit. You know, however long the Most High have us out here. That's what my mind is. But you know, he did say he's short the time for the elect's sake. So the war is gonna be long to y'all because y'all gonna be frightened by the war, but it's gonna be quick to us. We're gonna be in the kingdom pretty soon.
Another one.
Go ahead.
Hot air balloon catches. Don't be going on no vacation, Jake. Hot air balloon catches fire and falls, killing at least 8 people.
I'm
Don't be out here
saying
playing
you're
around,
supposed to
Jake.
be safe in the balloon. You're supposed to be safe. You going away from trouble.
Don't be out here playing around, Jake.
Ain't you rising above all the chaos? Most I brought your ass down.
And another thing, this is my last one. This is the last one we got. Esau, man. They know that these laws did not pertain to their laws, man. So appeals court rules Louisiana's 10 Commandments law is unconstitutional. They know that this truth has nothing to do with who they are, man.
That's why
There's nothing to do with their laws, man.
That's why they don't mix up. What they say, religion with state.
Yep, they don't
put it in schools. Hold on. Guess what? They don't put it in schools.
Yep.
And guess what? They don't put it in the churches either.
No. Laws is that they say
they don't put
this law
in the churches either.
Nope, they ain't got nothing to do with the truth, man.
The churches belong to the government, man.
Yep.
Churches don't build on government standards.
Yep. So that's why they law are unconstitutional, man. Because what can they do with it? It's completely against their society.
So to the Christians, we're unconstitutional because this Bible ain't got nothing to do with their Christianity.
Like it say, "Thou shalt not steal," and they stole the whole goddamn land. It has nothing to do with that. And you know what? I want to do a video on it pretty soon, Lord willing. But they had to say like Jacob stole the birthright. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? That happened.
Well, he supplanted.
Yeah, he supplanted.
You see, they use the savvy on words.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. But they highlight Jake as and say stolen and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To make it a word to be equivalent with like.
Because you can't steal something if you sell it to them. You just didn't know what you had. If you tell me you got a car and it's really worth $20,000 and you like this car ain't shit, I don't like this car, I'll sell it to you for $1,000. If we bought a car, that don't mean we stole it. You just got played, man. And that's what Jake like. You got played, man. And then you got some people. You got like IUIC. They trying to talk about how like they try to say like, oh, we can tell Jake he can steal and stuff. Ain't nobody ever said that, man. And that's what they trying to do. Bring it up like we saying that it's okay.
That's the so-called white man.
That we got the birthright,
That's the so-called white man's analogy.
Yeah, man. Like
they the one. They say the same thing.
Like, yeah, trying to make it seem like Jake was wicked for that. No, he wasn't. He was doing what he was honoring his mother was. He did what he told him to do.
Wait, hold on. If you bragging on and you got riches and you set your money on the porch and it's just exposed and somebody take it, you gotta call yourself a dumbass, man.
Yep.
You ain't mad at him. You like, I'm a dumbass.
Leave my shit on the porch.
Because you know what's gonna happen.
Esau, he didn't want it. Yep. He said he
so Esau, call yourself a dumbass.
Yeah, don't get mad.
Damn, I done sold the birthright.
Yeah, dumbass. Now you trying to come back.
Written dummy on the tattoo dummy on the your forehead.
Yeah, don't give me no ideas. We in the other world, you might have a couple of y'all in there with that shit on your head. Shit.
It's almost like it's almost like a woman getting a slut tattoo, but she tries to get married. And trying to turn her life around and get married.
And it speak of back in the ancient times when we took over a kingdom, we took the spoils. Yeah. We took everything.
Yeah.
Okay, we took it. So it's not like
the Most High was still dealing with David after he slew his 10,000.
And that's how it said the Lord was a thief in the night, man. He finna come rob y'all. To me. If it's done, it's a difference between, the righteous doing it and the wicked doing it, man. Because this is rightfully earned, man. That's why he died on the cross to come and gain dominion on the earth. He really ain't robbing nothing. He taking what's rightfully his.
Because if you got, let's say you got a serial killer, a murderer, and his weapon is in a box, and he's killing your people, and you steal that weapon, that's good for your people. Because you can't kill with that weapon. You can't murder your people no more. Yeah, man. So still, get it right, man. Yeah, that's why the Most High said, don't be much over wicked and don't be much over righteous. These Christians, they think they all over right. They being over righteous, man. They think they got a fucking halo on their fucking head every time they walk around.
Take anything ever.
You can't take it. You can't lie. You can't steal.
That's why the Lord.
Wait, hold on. You can't cuss.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here,
Lord,
man.
Take y'all fucking lives, man.
There's gonna be a lot of cursing in the Jacob's trouble, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of cursing, man. You're gonna be cursed. You're gonna be like, why is this happening to me, Lord? Because you're cursed That's the curses, man.
Surely our Father in here, Lord.
Anybody got one last?
In some headlines says 16 billion Apple, Facebook, Google users accounts impacted by colossal data leak. So basically, it's like cybersecurity experts are sounding alarm warning that breach provides hackers with unprecedented access to personal information online. So basically, they setting it up like, hey, all that stuff. Basically,
And people are crying because of different platforms getting shut down. The economy being affected.
To that family of the word. And of course they leak it because they want to know about the prophets, man. They want to know about us. Everybody else they leaking, they like, man, this motherfucker ain't talking about shit. They only looking at our shit, man.
Jake glitching like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Jake being
caught. He's at least gonna have. He's caught up, man.
that boy can't even put on no damn scripture on the screen and shit. So whatever.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, the times are coming. Times are here. Not coming. They're here.
Feel it in the air, man.
Feel it in the air. You know?
It's getting hot, man.
Hey, go listen to that song. It's very, I don't know what to call it. I don't want to call it prophetic, but it's a very meaningful song, man. Phil Collins, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Because the woman he's talking about, it makes you think of America. That how he got misled and told a bunch of lies. It's all been a pack of lies. You know, and that's what America has. So anyway, everybody once again, all that tuned in, the brothers and the sisters that tuned in, Shalom, you know, and forever, for always giving all praises to Barakatah, Barakatah, Shai, double honors to Apostle, Elder, Bishops, great no so much citation to the brothers, to the word. Hope elect, hope extended elect, Shalom, blessed, man, women, and children. Shalom.